Greetings to everyone that's within the sound of my voice. It's Warren once again, back with another update on my trip to Thailand and, believe it or not, potentially going ahead and retiring early. Y'all know what? Forgive the faded shirt. I'm at home. I'm relaxing. To be honest, I'm tired, and I'm gonna do my best to get through this video without stumbling all over myself. And also another update on the. Let me just start with the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro camera. That's a lot to say. I'm really liking this camera. Matter of fact, I am recording on it now. And I know, well, you still use your cell phone. Y'all, I got all that, okay? It's a matter of preference. And there's a reason and a method to my madness. I also managed to upgrade my mics. So I got another set of mini mics, which means I'm going to unload the old set. Nothing was wrong with those either. This goes well together. So I had a meeting, and my potential idea to work abroad for a year or two, it pretty much was shot down like I expected. But like I said, I would not be disappointed. Either way is what I told the man. And but we talked about some other things, some very interesting things that could help me out. And I don't want to talk about it now because I don't know who's watching this that may work with me. Okay, so let me not get too deep into that. But I could very well be retiring after my trip in January. I could very well be retiring first week of March. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be gone 3 weeks in January, be February, coming back. And I'm going to sit down and have a discussion then about whether or not I'm ready to go ahead and retire. And the good advice I was given was, look, take your trip. You've never been out of the country. And I was telling him my whole spiel and check the place out. Do your research. And if you don't like it, you know. And so that's what my plan is, to go in January and to visit Hua Hin and Pattaya. I'm still leaning on Hua Hin and retiring. I was telling him we got to talk about the area and how much the villas are costing now, and hopefully they pretty much maintain the way they're gonna be. And he was asking me, so what are you planning on doing long term? Let's just say hypothetically you do retire. Are you planning on staying there long term? I put it to you like this. I'm talking to y'all now. Let me start talking about what I said during my meeting. My goal is to secure a 1 year lease, but 6 months in, and the area is great, and the villas are great, and they're building brand new villas every day. I might just try to go ahead and sign an additional year then, so I can stay put for 2 years, and to walk away from here and probably not come back. The hard part about leaving a country for another country is when you see how well you're going to live, it's probably coming back. And I don't know from experience. I know from what I've been watching. But anyway, I received some information of some other types of insurance to look up. And my main thing was the health insurance. Now, I did one real quick study when I got out of my meeting, typed in this one place and did a quick, what do they call it? A quote. It's $265 a month for medical insurance, and that's pretty good considering. And it's not that was just the first one. I'm gonna shop around, of course. Considering if I stayed here and paid out of my pocket, it's every bit of almost $600 a month. So everything is seemingly looking okay, and you know. I don't be on here much like I said I was originally gonna do, but it made sense for me to upgrade my camera, get my new microphones. Y'all got my mind somewhere else right now. and start planning. I'm gonna use this thing more. Y'all, to be honest, I do other stuff. I do video and post other things, but it's not affiliated with YouTube. So I have been using my camera. I use the other one for such things as that. I also still use my phone because I keep researching this camera, even though I got the updated one, which is the Action 5 Pro. I still haven't found anywhere where you can do dual recording. In other words, I could be recording something and I'm behind it. Y'all know what dual recording is. I'll still use my phone for that. So if I'm doing a food review, you can watch me, you can see the food at the same time. So, or whatever, a car review, whatever. I'll be doing that. And I do intend on doing some more videos here on for YouTube and for all of my subscribers. And I know I lost a few of y'all, and sorry to see you go, but maybe you'll come back and visit sometime. You run and joke. But in order to keep your subscribers, you do have to post. Y'all, I do understand this. But I never said that I was going to do this to get monetized. I said that in the beginning that I'm going to just be posting things because I feel like I just want to be on YouTube all of a sudden. Or I want to get on other media platforms. I've yet to post anything on TikTok. I think TikTok is a little, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe YouTube is for the old folks now. I don't know. But eventually I will. Maybe I'll start using that platform once I do make my trip, because I will be posting things on both platforms, be it YouTube and TikTok. I'm not going to be doing 5 different platforms, y'all. I'm not trying to brand anything. I'm not trying to, still won't be a lot of fancy editing, even though during my lunch break, I was playing around with, the one editing tool that I use. I'm not giving plugs, but it works pretty decent. I found some more useful things that I absolutely like. So I'll start using that at some point. Maybe I'll dedicate one day this weekend to sit around and get re-familiar with it. Because I dropped off. I was off work, FMLA, as you know, back in whatever, May. And then got back into the swing of working and would come home and didn't think about doing videos that much or anything like that. And I know y'all can hear my washer going in the background. My apologies. I don't have my filter on. So actually, when I post this, I just want to see how loud it's going to be without the filter. Because the other set, I always had my filter on. Even when I was sitting here when it was totally quiet. But I do like this camera. I don't know where my box is, or I would put it up from the screen. But it is the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Just OSMO, not Osmos, Osmo. I'm going to use it quite often, along with my phone, with other little things. It's tiny. It's a tiny camera. It has a bit of weight to it. But I think it makes sense for something this small to have a bit of weight, because you probably would lose it. And so far, the quality is, for me playing with it last night, because it's fresh out of the box as of yesterday. And playing with it last night, number one, the screen is brighter. The recordings are brighter. I know you can go in there and do all the fancy settings, but I tweaked it a little bit, but not by a whole lot. And this one, the upgraded one, does have their version of some form of face tracking, if you will. So it does that a little bit. And it has a lot of other cool features. And I do intend on, I will probably do a full review on this camera and my upgraded microphones that I received. For what I invested in this, it wasn't, excuse me, it wasn't a whole lot of money. And let's just say this. I treated myself for my birthday next week. How about that? So I got myself another camera and some more headphones for my birthday. So happy birthday to me, coming next week. So there it is. There's my justification for getting it, outside the fact that I did it because I could. So with that being said, once again, to each and every one of you that has subscribed to my channel and continue to stick around, I really do appreciate it. at some form or fashion, I got to do more videos to keep y'all here. But just trust and believe, I never started this to get monetized. Now, if I get into another country and I start doing my little travels, my travel vlogging or whatever I decide I'm going to do, if I become monetized, then oh wow, great, extra money. But that's not my sole purpose for doing this, because I think I would have been so by now when I first started doing this late December, early January. And then I would fall off and then pick back up. And I have to stay consistent. I've been playing around with this other little knockoff little social media app. It's okay. I'm not going to plug them either. But I'm just using it as a stepping stool to kind of practice and do other things with. But as far as my editing tool that I use, I'm going to say I use CapCut, okay? And I've used it extensively when I posted something somewhere else. I just haven't used it that much posted on YouTube, except for words on the screen and thanks for watching and like, comment, subscribe, which is, I'll probably put that on here anyway. But I haven't used it that much. And I found some very interesting things that I can do with it today. So I'm going to do some research on that too. Lately, that's all I do. I come home, I research. I've been lucky that I haven't had to do any side work. I kind of almost let the cat out of the bag that even though it's my business, but I don't like people on my job knowing my business, that I kind of got an extra job, but I didn't let it all the way out. And I was always talking about stock, and I was like, yeah, but I still got it. No, you don't have stock if you don't work there. So but yeah, I got a 1 day a weeker that I've maintained that, with the possibility of going to work that little side job 1 day a week. And my little side engineering work. Oh, and another thing, when I was having a conversation with him today, HR, I even hinted around to the possibility, okay, when I leave, will there be, you think there'll be some interest in me possibly working part-time as needed? He said, no, once you cut ties, let's just focus on cutting ties. So that lets me know how they feel about me and where my place is. See, I just threw that out there. I have no intentions on doing that because I already have the other side stuff. But to be truthful and honest, whenever I retire, I'm not doing anything on the side for at least a year anyway. I'm not. I'm going to be too busy, y'all. I'm going to be too busy traveling throughout Asia, bouncing around between Thailand and the Philippines, getting over into Cambodia, just doing what I'm going to do. And I'm already researching the travel, how much travel would be. This one lady took the express, she took one of those express cars from Pattaya to Bangkok. She paid $62. That was kind of high. I would have taken the bus because I think the bus is like 2.5, 3 hours. I can handle 2 hours on a bus for $5, $6. So I guess it's all about how much you want to budget. But I know this, and I know this to be true. What I'm not going to do is get over there and lose my mind because everything is apparently cheap and now I'm spending all this money. I'm not going to let it happen. I'm leaving here with one suitcase to go visit for 3 weeks. It could be cut down to 2, but I'm focusing on 3. I already had 3 days of vacation scheduled for next week for my birthday. I canceled them. I looked on the calendar this morning. I don't need them right now because I'm focused those 3 days that I can use on the back end. Because I know when I come back from 3 weeks, I'm probably going to need 2 or 3 more days just to recuperate. I already know that. So I have no plans next week for my birthday to be out of town or anything. So why waste vacation days? So I gotta stay focused on what I'm doing. Is basically what I'm saying right now. And but I have full intent on going to visit come January. And just a quick recap, just to catch you guys up. Just want to get on here, reintroduce myself. Warren, better known as Mr. Pagan. I'm still around. I'm still doing content on YouTube, although it's been slow as a snail's tail. and to mention my new camera because I'm really playing around with it. So let's just consider this video that I'm posting a practice video with my new camera because I haven't really posted anything since I took it out of the box. And once again, thanks for all of you that has subscribed to my channel. And you know, if I pick up a couple new subscribers, thank you for joining. My biggest issue with filming things to be aired, I'm trying too much. And I got to get out of that mode of trying too hard to record a video. When I get on the other media platform and I start off doing a 5-minute live, it turns into 45 minutes of just nonstop rant and raving and laughing, and I'm all over the place. I need to take half of that energy and incorporate it into here. And don't worry about the little mishaps or editing things out. And look, born in the South, been in the South, I'm gonna fall and trip and stumble and moonwalk all over some words. So y'all, it is what it is. You know, you're gonna get me, you're gonna get the true me. No fancy editing over here with the exception of some words crawling across the screen. I'm not gonna make myself disappear. I'm not gonna reappear. I'm not gonna do fade ins and fade outs. And I barely have time for sitting still and do a 15, 20-minute video. So in time I will be doing that, you know, but right now it's gonna be just plain old me doing plain old videos. And do I want to add music? I might add music to this one. I do not know what I'm doing right now. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as this video. Other than the fact is, let's just call this a practice run with the new camera and the new microphone for clarity, which is sound, and for quality of the video. That's basically what I'm interested in right now. And to once again to ask the millions of y'all that are watching this, yeah, right, to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead, because at some point it's gonna get interesting. You know, I have another channel that I use that I don't talk about on here because it's very dark, it's very grainy, and it gets touchy. I'm gonna leave that one right there where it is, dog. You know, my views from inside the closet, not that closet, but hiding in my own very own closet where my clothes and my clothes hamper is, that kind of closet. But I have other things that I do and I play around with. But I want to try to keep this one as clean as I possibly can, and not trying to put myself out there as to be some asshole and, you know, disrespectful and all these things. I'm just me. I tend to just continue being me. And with that said, I'm going to end this video and cook me some dinner. Well, heat up some dinner. I'm not cooking today. And once again, thanks to each and every one of you for watching my video. And by all means, drop me a comment and let me know if there's too much light with this camera, there's not enough light, I'm too close, I'm too far, if my voice is fading in and out with the microphone. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all get it as I got it, fresh out the box. I did a little tweaking with the camera, but not a whole lot. And until then, just kind of keep in mind that I'll be around. You know, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'm not going to sit and act like it does not matter. It matters because I want to reach out to people. Am I doing this for money? No, I'm still working. Can I afford to retire? Not and live in the United States. That's why a lot of people have asked me, hey man, why you deciding to do all this? I don't want to work till I'm 70. I don't want to live with nobody. Retirement and living here means I'm gonna have to take on a spouse. I don't want that. You know, I'm at a point in my life I don't even want a pet. So I want it to just be me. And that's fine. There are a lot of people just being themselves. I'm watching videos daily of people that I subscribe to their channel. It's just them. Maybe it's a one lady with her dog, or I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that responsibility of caring for a dog if I decide to go ahead and, you know, get a travel trailer and pull it all over the country. Go ahead and get the tiny home and put it on that piece of property that I said I could. And even though my HR director, he brought that up, I thought you was going to, you know, do a build out on that. I said, yeah, I was very strong on that. But came back full circle that I want to go to Thailand. Because right now, for me to get the house or the trailer or whichever I decide to choose to put it on that property, I'll just be sitting there. I'll just be sitting back there. Because I don't even go in town. And I'm in this major metropolitan area. I don't go town. I don't go downtown for nothing. You know, the last time I went 2 summers ago, it was depressing at what I seen when I got down there. So I don't want to go. You know, I don't really care to right now at this point. And I think this video, oh, I know what it is dimming out to go into autosave mode. That's what it is. But enough about my rant about not wanting to go to downtown Atlanta. I have nothing against this city. I'm not leaving the United States potentially, possibly, maybe, because I hate the country. It's not that. I'm not trying to retire because I hate my job. It's not that. I just don't want to work till I'm 70. That's the bottom line. So if I got to go live somewhere and have me a villa made out of straw and clay, I'm going to live there. And come back and visit every 6 months. I mean, who's missing me? Exactly. I have spent the better part of the last 2 years pushing myself away from people that I normally would talk to all the time anyway. No, that's not being an introvert. That's just being somebody preparing to make this final step. And wherever I should end up, and I made this running joke once before in one of my other videos, by the time I come back to the United States, when I get off that plane, I'm already have a room wait for me at somebody's retirement home. I'm going straight there. And I'm gonna sit down. That's the final chapter right there of where I'm just gonna be on there and take that little shuttle bus wherever they take us. But for right now, I see myself for at least the next 6 or 7 years in another country and traveling. I used to hear some of my friends talk about that all the time. You know, they retired military, they traveling, they doing it. Man, why is that all you ever do? They're gonna be saying that about me here real soon. But yeah, my plan to do this is not because I dislike anything as far as my job. I dislike anything about as far as the United States. All I can say about that is that it's expensive living here. And why not retire and go live somewhere else and take time to go sightseeing and go on tours and do reviews and because there's a market for everybody. If y'all don't believe me, I have about 4 guys, and matter of fact, all of them are white and they retired, that I subscribe to their channel, and they all retired. They live in some parts of Thailand, and I enjoy their videos because they just keep it plain and simple. They keep it in the area of them being older, so to speak. So you got all these different groups that are meeting up. Let's just say from Bangkok to Pattaya to Hua Hin, all these different groups that are meeting up, from the young to the young and old to the older. I can get into any group, but I'm not in a rush to do that. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I want to be able to hire me a tour guide all day for a little bit amount of money and just show me around, show me the countryside. That's what I want to do, and that's my intent. But until next time, I hope you all have a great Tuesday evening or Monday morning or whenever you should see this video. I don't know when I'm going to release it, other than the fact that I do plan on taking care of that as soon as I get off of here. But until next time, everybody be safe out there. Thank you.